Watching News 3 now at 5. A power struggle on Wisconsin's highest court is bringing accusations of illegal action now that the court has a liberal majority. Political reporter Will Keneally has more. Will?
So this all started last week when the court's new liberal justice was sworn in on the bench. In the days since, the new liberal majority made a series of changes which have drawn concern from some.
This is highly unusual.
UW-Madison professor Ryan Owens says he hasn't seen anything like what's happening on the Wisconsin Supreme Court right now. Last week, the court flipped to a liberal majority for the first time in 15 years. And in the days afterward, the new liberal majority made a series of changes, including creating a panel of justices to oversee the administration of the court instead of the Chief Justice.
Well, number one, the Constitution calls for the Chief Justice to be the administrative head of the judiciary.
The conservative Chief Justice Annette Ziegler appeared on the conservative Dan O'Donnell show this morning.
I am not willing to violate my oath or the Constitution, and this invented committee, I believe, is in violation of my colleague's oath, the Constitution, and longstanding practice. It's thus illegitimate and unenforceable.
Liberals on the court say the move is in an effort to make the court run timely. There could be concerns that the conservatives on the court could slow down the process to prevent liberal wish list cases from making it to the bench. We reached out to one of the lead liberal justices, but have not heard back.
Yeah, it's tricky to say on this. I think public confidence is likely to be shaken somewhat on this.
Owen says this back and forth could erode public confidence in the process, especially among conservatives.
And I think if they see institutions like the Supreme Court ignoring their procedures and operating in a way so as to achieve ideological ends pretty clearly, that could threaten legitimacy.
So there's an open question. If you're a conservative, where do you go from here? You can't really challenge the constitutionality of what the court is doing because they're the ones who get to decide.
Well, some communities north of Madison could see thunderstorms tonight. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti on the weather patio has the latest. Gary?
Yeah, just a slight chance, but I think areas south of Madison will probably stay dry. And it's pretty comfortable out here right now. As we take a look at visible cloud tracking, you start to see a little bit of cloud buildup from around Rhinelander back toward Wausau and over toward the Twin Cities. And if we look at Doppler tracking, you can see a narrow little line of showers and thunderstorms that has developed from north central Wisconsin to just east of Eau Claire. 6-hour future track radar shows the possibility for a shower or thunderstorm making it in areas north of Madison. Most areas will stay dry, and areas south of Madison will almost certainly stay dry. Low temperatures this morning, pretty comfortable, 63 in Madison. Most areas were at or above the 60-degree mark, and current temperatures are in the upper 70s to the lower 80s. Madison has dropped to 78 degrees, Janesville at 79, but it's still 80 at the Baraboo Dells Airport and 84 in La Crosse. Across Dane County right now, temperatures are mainly in the upper 70s, 79 in Deerfield, 77 in Cross Plains, and 78 degrees in Belleville. Otherwise, look for skies to be partly cloudy this evening. Again, just a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm north of Madison. Temperatures dropping into the upper 60s to around 70 by late evening. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast. It does include some chances for rain, but most of the time it'll be dry.
Gary, thank you. In April of 2022, the state of Wisconsin was shaken by the murder of Lily Peters, a 10-year-old girl in Chippewa Falls who was tragically killed. Jalen Banks joins us now with the very latest on the Peters case. Jalen?
Eric, today a hearing took place that would determine whether the case would move to juvenile court or not. 10-year-old Lily Peters went missing last April and was found near her home in the woods the next day. According to the Chippewa Falls police, the individual who murdered Peters was a teenage boy that knew her. His name at the moment is not being released. The teen at present is being charged as an adult. The hearing is ongoing and has been adjourned for the day. No final decision has been made on whether he'll be tried as an adult or if he'll be transferred. We'll continue to have the latest updates on this case on our website at channel3000.com.
A man who pleaded guilty to a deadly shooting at a gas station in 2021 learned his fate at sentencing today. Christopher Somerset will serve life in prison with the option to apply for extended supervision on his 65th birthday in 2060. Somerset was charged in the shooting at a BP station on Verona Road back in 2021. 22-year-old Keyshawn Davis Williams died in that shooting. A trial began today for one of 3 teens charged in a shooting on Madison's southwest side last year. Demarion Pollard is facing 4 felonies, including first-degree intentional homicide, 2 bail jumping charges, and 1 charge of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Pollard appeared in court today. A jury was selected. The trial will continue tomorrow. Senator Tammy Baldwin in Portage today to highlight her work responding to the opioid and substance abuse epidemic. She joined members from Prevention and Response Columbia County to tour Harbor Recovery Center. PARCC was created in 2015 when a group of concerned citizens from various backgrounds came together to address the opioid crisis. The coalition includes recovery professionals, parents, service providers, law enforcement officials, schools, and more.
This epidemic really encompasses a lot of different but interconnected problems that need to be addressed. And the way I see it, we have to address all of them, from disrupting supply chains all the way to stopping someone from overdosing and everything in between.
Last month, Senator Baldwin helped pass the Fend Off Fentanyl Act. The measure aims to target supply chains, including chemical suppliers and cartels, and stop the drug from entering the U.S. She also helped secure more than $1.5 billion for the state opioid response grant program. News 3 Now proud to partner with the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County yet again this year to bring back our annual back-to-school drive. You might remember in previous years we asked you to fill the boat. Leah Linscheid and our morning crew launched out onto Lake Monona to inspire you to fill a kayak full of supplies. Well, you answered the call and then some, filling an entire pontoon. You helped us raise more than $20,000 in supplies in just a couple of days. And this year, News 3 Now is asking you to stuff the bus. Our Catherine Merck joins us live from Westtown Mall to tell us how this next goal will support students in Dane County. Catherine?
That's right, Eric. This year, News 3 Now and the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County are going even bigger with their ways. They're going to try to help the community. Our goal is to try to fill this bus entirely with school supplies. And I'm going to tell you now how you can donate. Starting today through 6 o'clock and then tomorrow through August 18th, you can come and drop off school supplies, donations, anything that will help students out at Metcalf's Markets, Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County, at News 3 Now itself, plus participating area banks and Walgreens. The staff at the Boys and Girls Club says donations will help students in the surrounding area be the best it can be through this next school year.
With this initiative, this will help build our community, and it will actually help our actual schools and the teachers and the families that need it.
Yeah. Today, I talked with one student who shared the excitement and nerves about going back to school, and he told me how important the Boys and Girls Club is in his life. You'll hear from him next at 6 o'clock, and you still, like I said, have time to donate here today. We do have some people helping out organize some of the school supplies that are in the bus right now. Leah Linscheid is here, everybody. We got a third of this bus filled up, so we still have many more donations that are needed. We're going to toss things back to the studio for more information on how you can donate. Eric, back to you.
All right, Catherine and Leah, thank you. The Boys and Girls Club looking for all kinds of items here. That includes boxes of pens, pencils, highlighters, pencil cases, notebooks, folders, as well as backpacks, headphones, tissues, hand sanitizer, and much, much more. You can find a link to their back-to-school wish list on Amazon through the story we've linked at channel3000.com. Students of UW-Platteville's Richland campus are preparing for a future with different schools. The campus's future remains up in the air after UW announced the campus is closing this July. Our Kyle Pozorski reports.
Behind me is the former East Hall of the UW-Platteville Richland campus. It's now been sold to the city school district. People here tell me that it's just another part of the process of the end of their formerly beloved campus.
My grandparents attended college here, and so did my dad, so it's kind of a family thing.
Jackson Kinney heard the news last November.
We found out the unfortunate news that there would no longer be in-person learning coming up at the Richland campus.
The two-year college had been absorbed into UW-Platteville as a branch campus in 2018. At the time, many believed the four-year universities would bring new life into the campuses, which had seen declining enrollment over the past decade. However, that did not happen in Richland, a city which Kinney says takes pride in the community institution.
There's a tremendous amount of pride in that. This campus, this town, this community, and having a college here, it's been a big deal.
I'm planning to go into education. Most likely wanted to be a phy ed teacher and a basketball coach.
Brody Smith had planned on spending his sophomore year in Richland.
This campus is pretty affordable, so it was a pretty easy decision.
Smith now plans to attend Whitewater and not the main Platteville campus. He says close friends he's made in Richland are now feeling let down as they all decide what's next for their education.
And it kind of brought the vibe down a little bit around the campus, as the vibe was always really high.
Without students attending this fall, Wisconsin Public Radio reported that plans are underway for the Richland School District to buy East Hall for use as a charter school. Still, some haven't lost hope in bringing the campus back. Reporting in Richland, Kyle Pozorski, News 3 Now.
And a major sticking point in negotiations to sell East Hall to the school district is a 75-year lease the county has with the UW system that was signed back in 1967. Richland County Board Chair Marty Brewer told Wisconsin Public Radio everyone is, quote, waiting for the other guy to blink. Well, coming up, Gary has our complete forecast, plus more on a plot to assassinate Ukraine's president as Russia's war with the country continues. Then tonight on News 3 Now at 6, details after Wisconsin's Attorney General filed a motion for final judgment in his lawsuit challenging the state's 1849 law banning abortion. And a strong start to the week on Wall Street. The Dow Jones surges more than 407 points. The Nasdaq jumps 85, and it's a 40-point gain for the S&P 500. We'll be right back.
Construction invites you to celebrate summer with our hot summer sale. We're talking about hot savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our hot summer sale. Save 23% off gutters or insulation with any full siding project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Get up to 56% off list at our huge 56th anniversary sale at Slumberland Furniture. Incredible deals. Plus, enter to win a free car. It doesn't get any better than this. Amazing deals on living rooms, bedrooms, mattresses, and more. Oh, did we mention totally free shipping with no minimum? Up to 56% off list. 56th anniversary sale. And someone's walking away with a free car at Slumberland Furniture. It's a big deal.
In a Class 3 casino, you're playing against the house, so there's no guarantee a player has to win, ever. And in a Class 2 casino, the players play against each other, and not the house. So someone always wins.
So you're saying... He's saying if you want to win at something, you have to go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, a Class 2 casino where someone has to win. How about this then?
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us. It's our pleasure. Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
You got me. Tag. You're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. For the guarantee of high-quality promotional items delivered on time, go to 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
We wanted to be able to enjoy all 4 seasons, and patio enclosures helped us make that dream come true.
The one and only patio enclosures.
Coming up on News 3 Now, there is limited time left to stuff the bus. We're at Metcalf's Markets to see the progress. Plus, we hear from a student why this event is so important to them and the community. That's tonight at 6.
News 3 Now, First Warn Weather is taking you beyond the barometer. Email your weather-related questions to firstwarn@wisctv.com, and our team of meteorologists will give you the answers on News 3 Now, live at 4. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Former President Trump's lawyers say the Justice Department is trying to unnecessarily keep their client quiet. The special counsel who charged Trump in connection with the January 6th and his alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 election has filed a request for a protective order to put restrictions on Trump publicly releasing evidence shared with his legal team. Prosecutors cited a recent social media post in which Trump said, quote, "If you go after me, I'm coming after you." The government argued Trump's statements could have a harmful, chilling effect on witnesses or adversely affect the fair administration of justice in the case. While some GOP voters say Trump's cases are taking attention away from other issues, a new CBS News poll finds most Republicans view the indictments as an attempt to stop Trump's 2024 campaign. But the majority of Americans surveyed see the indictments and ongoing investigations as upholding the rule of law and defending democracy. A former Minneapolis police officer charged in the fatal arrest of George Floyd was sentenced to almost 5 years in prison this afternoon. Tu Tao was charged with aiding and abetting second-degree manslaughter for that incident back in May of 2020. Prosecutors argued Tao stood by and did nothing as George Floyd pleaded for his life while Officer Derek Chauvin knelt on his neck. During Monday's hearing, Tao spoke for several minutes about his growth as a Christian since Floyd's death, but denied his role in it. The judge said Tao was a, quote, senior officer who was in the best position to save George Floyd.
I did not commit these crimes. My conscience is clear. I will not be a Judas nor join a mob in self-preservation or betray my God.
I was hoping for a little more remorse, regret, acknowledgement of some responsibility, and less preaching.
Tao's sentence will run concurrently with his 3.5-year sentence on a separate federal civil rights conviction. His attorney says they will appeal. After a week of vigorous air defense operations by Ukraine, an alleged Russian informant has been arrested in connection with a plot to assassinate Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Ivan Rodriguez shares more insight into the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict.
The Ukrainian Security Service says they have detained an alleged Russian informant in connection with what they describe as an assassination plot on President Volodymyr Zelensky. While it's unclear how far along the plans were, Ukrainian intelligence says the woman, whom they haven't named, at the center of the allegations was gathering information on Zelensky's planned visit to the Mykolaiv region at the end of July in order to plan a Russian airstrike to kill the president. The arrest unfolding amid intensified fighting. Ukraine striking critical Russian infrastructure in Crimea and hitting a Russian tanker at sea.
The strategy is to cut off the supply routes for Russian troops in the occupied territories of Zaporizhia and Donetsk and Luhansk regions.
The Kremlin also touting defensive victories, saying their forces have thwarted Ukrainian advances. But despite the heavy clashes, little territory has been exchanged. The fighting playing out against the backdrop of a weekend peace summit in Saudi Arabia. Kyiv and the U.S. are optimistic about finding a way forward.
We thought it was productive that a number of countries were able to hear directly from Ukraine about both the violence that has been inflicted on their country by Russia and also their vision for a just and lasting peace that preserves their territorial integrity.
While Moscow, which did not participate, said the talks are, quote, doomed to fail. I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
Meanwhile, the U.S. military is done refurbishing the first round of M1A1 Abrams tanks destined for Ukraine. Army Acquisition Chief Doug Bush says they have approval for shipment first to Europe, where the Army is training Ukrainians to use them. Bush says it could be early fall before the tanks make it to Ukraine. The military is also shipping ammunition and spare parts to accompany those tanks. The U.S. dramatically accelerated the project by refurbishing an older model of those tanks. Possible there could be a thunderstorm north of Madison this evening. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti now with the very latest, Gary.
Yeah, it's possible, but not likely. You can see a narrow little line of showers and thunderstorms from around Wausau to just south and east of Eau Claire. Those showers have already started to diminish a little bit. Also have been a couple of showers and thunderstorms over eastern Iowa, but those are drifting toward the south. At least as far as Doppler track across the rest of the upper Midwest, you can see there's just not a lot of precipitation there. This is actually a little trough of low pressure dropping southeastward, so there's not a lot of moisture along it. 6-hour future track radar shows those showers and thunderstorms staying mainly up in northern and central Wisconsin. It's possible that there could be a shower or storm making it in the southern part of the state, mainly areas north of Madison. I think if you're south and east of Madison, you should stay dry. Big weather action is out to the east. There is a severe weather outbreak occurring from the western portions of New England through the mid-Atlantic states and all the way down into the southeast. Level 4 or moderate risk of severe thunderstorms. Very rare, especially for this part of the country at this time of year, but from west of Washington, D.C. through western Virginia and into West Virginia. That's not a big severe weather zone, but much of this area under tornado watches, several tornado warnings. Looks like a tornado warning for an observed tornado in central New York State. Another tornado warning for observed tornadoes in parts of central North Carolina. So tornado and severe thunderstorm watches basically stretching from the U.S.-Canadian border all the way back down into central portions of Alabama. These are all tornado watches, and you can see a couple of lines of severe thunderstorms sweeping eastward. This is the same weather system that we were watching for the potential for severe weather here yesterday. It stayed mainly to our south. The severe weather yesterday was across central and southern Illinois, several tornado touchdowns. And look at all the wind, hail, and isolated tornado reports from east of the Mississippi River all the way up into the mid-Atlantic states and central portions of New York State, and it's still not over yet. Three things you need to know in our forecast. The weather really has settled down here. Look for high temperatures within a few degrees of the early August averages. We should see a high temperature of about 81 this time of year, and we'll be within a degree or two of that for the next 10 days. Rain chances will be about every second or third day. Some shower and thunderstorm chances Wednesday afternoon, Friday, Sunday night, and then Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. And it might be a little humid on Friday and maybe Wednesday of next week. Otherwise, humidity levels shouldn't be too bad. As the severe weather heads off to the east, just a couple of isolated showers and thunderstorms along a weak trough of low pressure that's dropping southward. You can see that trough of low pressure connected to the low pressure system that passed to our south yesterday. The cold front is really what's bringing the severe weather to the southeastern part of the country. And then out west, we're seeing some scattered showers and thunderstorms through the Rockies and the western high plains. But for the most part, things pretty quiet across our part of the Midwest, at least as far as temperatures are concerned. Temperatures right now, upper 70s to lower 80s across all of the central Midwest, including the entire state of Wisconsin. That's just ideal for this time of year. Plan your night across Dane County. Look for a low of 61 in Brooklyn, 63 in Stoughton, and 63 in Cottage Grove with clear to partly cloudy skies. North of Madison, get a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm this evening. 62 low in Baraboo, 55 Camp Douglas, 60 in Wautoma. For tomorrow, partly sunny, seasonably warm, high temperature at 82 degrees, and the humidity level still not too bad. We could see a shower or thunderstorm chance Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening. This is how spotty the precipitation is expected to be. A few places picking up around 1/10 of an inch of rain if it occurs at all. Every once in a while, maybe up to a 1/2 inch, but a lot of areas probably missing out on the rain altogether. First one, 7 to 10 day forecast. You can see the thunderstorm chance Wednesday afternoon, Thursday dry, better chance for showers and thunderstorms Friday with a little more humidity. The weekend should be dry, chance for a thunderstorm Sunday night, Monday dry, and then another chance for showers and thunderstorms Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Those temperatures pretty uniform over the next 10 days. As we check out first warn traffic right now, on the Beltline, not seeing too much of an issue. We had some slowdowns around Monona Drive, just a slight slowdown there. Not our usual slowdown as the Beltline, as the flex lanes end on the Beltline approaching I-3990. Right now, about a 14 to 15 minute trip either way on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. 18 minutes inbound from Sun Prairie to downtown Madison on East Washington Avenue. Outbound, that same trip takes you 21 minutes today. It'll take you 17 minutes from Middleton and Sauk City on US 12, and from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990 is a 26-minute commute today. That's your news for now. First warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. Madison Comedy Week now in full swing. It started yesterday with the Madison Area Comedy Awards in a show at the Borough Oak. The event features roughly 130 comedians, almost 30 events over the next 7 days.
No, I just think you can't go wrong. Check the calendar, check the show descriptions. There's low-cost shows, there's free shows, and there's really something for just about everybody at our festival.
There are events every night through Sunday, August 13th. For more information, head to MadisonComedyWeek.net. And next at 5, no deal in sight for Hollywood writers and actors on strike. You could soon feel the impact as the industries remain on hold.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Okay guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now you can get 4 lines with unlimited data for just $90 total.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah, it's a huge deal. On top of that, you also get 4 free phones.
4 free phones! Wow, I just triple checked and that's awesome.
So go get that deal. Or at least help me clip. Do you check the expiration dates?
Oh, I can do that.
Great.
4 lines for $90 a month, plus 4 free phones. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
I'm Darrell Hall of Hall Farms, and this is my John Deere. We farm 1,700 acres of crop ground, and then we also have purebred breeding sheep. We've dealt with Sloan since 1980, and what I think is really makes them stand out is the person-to-person contact, and it seems like they're always on top of their business to the finest detail. And that just amazes me, and I think that's why Sloan's is so impressive to us farmers, and this is why I think of Sloan's first.
Expand your outdoor living space and get 11% off everything at Menards. Check out our huge selection of pressure-treated lumber. Get this 8-foot pressure-treated board for $398 after rebate. Add privacy and security to your outdoor space with fencing options from Menards. From privacy panels, picket fences, and more, you can design a sturdy, reliable fence that's sized exactly for you. Save on your entire project with 11% off all fence panels now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Get help reaching your goals with JP Morgan Wealth Plan, the digital money coach in the Chase mobile app. Use it to set and track your goals, big and small, and see how changes you make today could help put them within reach. From your first big move to retiring poolside and the other goals along the way, Wealth Plan can help you get there. JP Morgan Wealth Management.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new Beauty Rest mattress from Steinhafels. Right now, Beauty Rest Queen mattresses start at just $299. Or upgrade to the luxury and comfort of a Beauty Rest Black. Queen Beauty Rest Black mattresses start at just $49 per month when you use Steinhafels' special 72-month financing. Plus, you get $300 in Steinhafels cash. Steinhafels is your sleep solution destination. Shop in-store or online at steinhafels.com.
Well, Hollywood remains on hold after writers and studios failed to reach an agreement on resuming contract talks last Friday. Meanwhile, there are no planned talks yet with SAG-AFTRA, and Mike Valerio has the latest.
As the Writers Guild of America approaches 100 days on strike, there is no end in sight.
The people at the top of these companies have figured out how to take money out of the pockets of everyone who actually does the work.
A failed meeting on Friday was seen as the first potential thaw between the writers and the producers union, the AMPTP. The Screen Actors Guild, SAG-AFTRA, joined the picket lines last month. A spokesman for the studio says they remain committed to finding a deal with both unions, but there are currently no plans at all to resume talks.
They're not speaking to us, so I don't know what that comment was that they want to seek a deal when you have to be able to negotiate and talk to the opposition to make a deal.
Both unions are seeking better pay, improved residual payments, and protections against job losses because of the use of artificial intelligence.
This is a holistic shift in contract that must occur because the business model has been changed so dramatically.
The summer box office has seen a boom from the viral Barbenheimer campaign. Barbie crossed a record-breaking $1 billion, while Oppenheimer surpassed the $500 million mark in its third weekend. But it won't be long before audiences and studios feel the pinch. According to The Hollywood Reporter, production has halted on several highly anticipated sequels, including the next installments of Mission Impossible, Deadpool, and Gladiator. In Los Angeles, I'm Mike Valerio.
Stay with us for a final check of your First Warn forecast in just a moment.
Mark, a little help here?
Keep it down. The noise is making them angry.
Whoa. Hey, I'm not a beekeeper, but I can replace these windows fast.
Let Feldco be the experts in your home renewal. Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free. Plus, no interest for 1 year. And we'll get it done Feldco fast.
Buy one window, get one free, and soon. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Lean back and enjoy the summer savings at the Century House. Right now, Get a $100 instant rebate for every $1,000 you spend on any qualifying stressless seating. The more you spend, the more you can save instantly. So furnish an entire room with the most comfortable seating in the world and watch the savings add up. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet? Commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
Stanley Steamer loves Madison, Wisconsin. I'm Paul Lashik, local owner of Stanley Steamer here in Madison. We've been proudly cleaning your homes and businesses for over 30 years and will continue to keep your carpet, upholstery, area rugs, hard floors, and air ducts clean for many more. We strive to provide the best quality in both the services we provide and the equipment we use. That's why you've trusted us to keep Madison and southwestern Wisconsin homes cleaner, healthier, and more beautiful place to live. Call and book a cleaning today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
You've probably heard by now, but Wanakee Remodeling has been transforming homes for the better part of half a century by installing materials that stand the test of time from a team of trusted home pros. Our design team delivers a turnkey experience for your interior or exterior remodeling project, leaving you with a home you'll love. At Wanakee Remodeling, we'll never stop improving. Right now, get a special window offer. Buy one window, get one 40% off with special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more.
Here's a live view from the WISC-TV Skycam. Hazy sunshine here. Same thing in Platteville from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville. You can see a couple of isolated showers and thunderstorms up in Marathon County around Wausau, drifting southward. Just an outside chance they could affect areas north of Madison this evening.
CBS Evening News is next. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6.